Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
And a beautiful morning it is. Guess what? Let's say it together. It is Friday. We made it through another long work week. Well, get this. You stepped into the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner. Well, we talk about things that are important to you, things that you need to get really be on top of and be a part of. And today is not going to be any different. I encourage you to be a part of the conversation. You can sit back, relax here as we talk about this event that's coming up that I tell you, I can't wait till I get trained up so I can be. You laughing at me now, okay? But we're going to be talking about golfing, par 4. And I tell you, Lester, why did you laugh when I said, let's welcome in my good friend Lester. He's going to be talking with us this morning. Adrian is on his way. He had to go back and take care of some things, but we're going to start it off like this. And when I said so I can go out there, you said, huh.
You'll be good at it.
In a few years. I was taking lessons, and I have to tell you, Lester, Adrian told me, he said, don't hit it, you don't have to hit it that hard. I said, I thought I was swinging a softball. Boom. But let's talk about par 4. You're part of, and the importance it is to you.
Par 4 has been a passion of mine for, almost 40 years now. Like you, as far as golf's concerned.
Right.
When I started,
did you hit it hard?
I couldn't hit it at all. Okay, it was right
so
there.
So I don't need to feel bad.
Don't feel bad about it.
Okay.
It's just been an organization that has just been so important to me because it just gives back so much to the community. It exposes the community to a sport that really people don't even consider as being a sport. It's an elitist sport. It's always been a sport for the privileged, regular community. Never had access to it.
Right.
Was denied access to it.
Really?
So par 4 actually evolved from a few guys who decided, hey, we want to play golf. They were former caddies. They would carry the bags of professional golfers.
Okay, so a caddy is a person that...
A caddy is the person that carries the bag around for the golfer that's actually playing and making the money.
Okay.
And these guys were caddies. And they practiced.
And learn the art.
Along with the players, they learned the art. And they decided, well, now we can play, but there was limited access to places that they could play. They were not allowed to play on golf courses.
I guess when you start off things like that, but you look at it today, my.
Oh, and it's just evolved. You can play anywhere you want to now. It's all about if you can afford the green fees, the membership fees.
You can afford the what?
Hey,
the green fees?
The green fees and the membership fees.
Okay.
You can play golf, so it's not restricted. But it's still not out there for our youth to realize that scholarship programs.
Yes.
It's career building, networking, all that stuff is done on the golf course.
Oh, wow.
And I learned that, and it helped me in all of my careers, which I've had a bunch of.
Unbelievable. Well, I got to say this. I want to say good morning to Mr. Walter Wallace.
Oh.
Yeah. Mr. Walter Wallace is a man. He called me. He said, now, Sunshine, I need you to do this. Now, Sunshine, I need you to take care of this. Because he called me about the celebration. Because this is the 50th golden anniversary of par 4. And he was so adamant about the fact that to get the message out about what's going on and how people can come out and participate in a legacy such as this.
And it is. It really is. We've been around prior to the First Tee program, the program that kids will be taught golf and has been sponsored by major corporations. Par 4 was the first tee before First Tee was organized.
Okay, you call it a first tee. So tell me what a first tee is.
Well, the first tee is the number 1 hole on the golf course.
Okay.
That's the first tee. But the organization, First Tee, is an organization that pulled together a bunch of corporate sponsors who decided to invest money in a program to broaden the scope of young kids getting involved in golf.
Do we have a lot of kids here in the area that's learning to do golf?
We don't have as many as we ought to have.
Okay.
But there's quite a few of them. It's just the First Tee just opened the avenue and just the floodgates started to come in.
Okay.
And now it's a national program. We got a local chapter here.
Right.
But
it's a national program now.
National program.
I think that it is so great because of the fact that I just think the art of it is so. I just can't explain it. I can't wait to learn it all.
It's like a sport where you can dress nice, And play sports.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, I got to say this, Lester. When you say dress nice, as long as I've been in Pensacola, this sharp as a tack every time I see you. I don't care what. And like I am with the sunglasses, you got the hats.
That's my nickname, Hat Man.
Hat Man.
Hat Man.
All right, Hat Man, because I tell you, we wearing them hats now, because I tell you, you look up and it's always that. I mean, but it's so beautiful to see. But like you said, though, it's an elite game.
It is.
A sport, I want to say game, that people can get in and look at what it produces. Look at how it is that you all, when you get together, you look at how you are. You're all dressed to the nine.
And it's just a great sport to communicate.
Right.
We also have an organization called the Southern Association of Amateur Golfers.
Amateur golfers.
Amateur golfers, which is a bunch of black golf clubs across the southeast.
Okay.
Originally there was about 18 of us, but COVID has devastated everything, but it's a lot less now. But we go from Texas to Louisiana to Georgia to Alabama. It just covers that whole span of small golf clubs, like Par 4.
Right.
And they're doing the same thing in their community. They're doing stuff for charity. They're just constantly giving back to the community.
Absolutely.
And they're exposing the community to golf.
Exactly. And I want that too. When I say not cutting you off, Lester, but I would love to see so many of our young people out there learning how to golf. I think the sport is I think it takes a lot of focus. You know, not softball, but focus, right? To master the game. And then I think when I can see the young kids walk around with their clubs and all that good stuff, that just says something.
It's invigorating to just see it. And it's just the key that you don't have to have a basketball in your hand. You don't have to have a football in your hand.
Right.
You can play a sport that doesn't require a lot of physical strength. You don't have to be the biggest kid in the neighborhood. You don't have to be the fastest kid in the neighborhood.
Right.
It's hand-eye coordination similar to baseball and those other pool and those other sports. But the key is, it is something that it takes practice.
For real.
And if you go away from it for a period of time, you got to start back to practice.
Oh, you can lose it?
You can. I've lost it.
Oh, Lord, so what little bit I did, Lord, it's gone, right?
It's gone.
So I got to start all
over.
You
got to start from scratch.
That is so right. Is that rain out here? It's raining up that door.
I think it's raining.
I mean, no, the bottom fell out of the bucket.
I think that is it.
It
did the same thing yesterday.
I mean, yeah, because I know about yesterday afternoon at my house. I mean, I walked out and said, is that rain? It was raining so hard I couldn't hardly see.
Yes.
But the fact of it is, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about an event that's coming up on June 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. And what we want to find out today, and I guess in the beginning, when it was all of you guys out there, how did Par 4 get started? What was the original vision behind it?
Like I say, the originators of Par 4 was a group called the DeVille Golf Club.
DeVille?
DeVille, D-E-V-I-L-L-E.
Like DeVille,
yeah. Okay. And they had a little social organization, and they were all golfers.
Wow.
And they decided to form an organization. Our president, Raymond Griffith, was one of the originators.
Really?
He was one of the original startup group. And these guys just decided that they wanted to play golf together. They just started playing golf together on the weekends whenever they could get time. And then they formally just evolved into Par 4.
Okay.
And it really just ballooned, because for us to feel like we would even be here 50 years.
Come on.
It was idea.
That's a celebration within itself right there.
It's just, we have just persevered. The community has supported us, and we've had our ups and downs.
Of course.
There was a time when we had our tournament at Perdido Bay Golf Club, and we rented out every villa at Perdido
Really?
Bay Country Club.
Really?
There was nowhere for anybody else to rent. Par 4's tournament that weekend had every one of those villas. We had 250 participants that year at Perdido Bay.
Unbelievable.
That was historic. I mean, we just talk about dressing and having a ball.
I bet it was out there.
Everything was there. We had our golf tournament. We had our banquet. We ate there. We did barbecues. We did everything there. And that was really our signature year.
Okay.
But we have continually evolved. We played several different golf courses. We travel as a group to different cities to play golf and support their local community and their local charities.
Right.
They do the same thing. That's why we're trying to get the word out to the community to come out and see this event.
Exactly.
Spectatorship is what we're trying to build.
Okay.
In addition to sponsorships and those other things.
Exactly.
And golfers.
Exactly.
We want the community to come out and actually see what a great sport golf is and what a wonderful contributor Par 4 has been
to this community.
to this community.
Absolutely. And now you see the flyer on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Now that's it right there. You can see this is the 50th anniversary. Look, in Calvin Washington Memorial. I mean, wonderful day. So please, ladies and gentlemen, see this information and get ready to come out so that you can be a part of this event that's coming up. Because I think I'm going to come.
You need to come.
Oh.
You need to come. You can even have some of those great golfers out there to help you, give you some pointers.
Oh, I'll be there, okay? You're making me stutter. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a great conversation here about Par 4. And I want to say, did Mr. Walter golf?
Yeah. He golfed, okay.
Mr. Walter Wallace?
He golfed, but I can say he goofed, and he'll probably laugh, but he golfed. He golfed.
That's you need to stop.
I can talk about him like that because
Okay.
we went to school together, so I can talk about him.
Exactly. I can hear him now. But ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about this that's coming up on June the 27th, 28th, and 29th. And we want you to be a part of that. And we got Adrian that's going to join us here in a little bit. We saw him just a moment ago. He's here. I guess that rain caught him. He was trying to swim to get him because it sounded like it was coming down like that. But for people to get involved in this, we want them to take the initiative to do something else instead of football. Now, I like what you said. You said there are some guys who are huff and, okay, I can play the football, or 12 feet tall, I can play the basketball, but look at this. Here's an art, and I'll call this an art. I don't care how tall you are, how big you are, how small you are, you can still get this form and play this game.
Oh, you can.
And I want our young people to see also, because I think that this is a level of up. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't misunderstand what I say when I say up. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with football or anything wrong with basketball, but what I'm saying is golf is, when I look at Tiger Woods, just for hitting that ball, look how much money he made. No, look at just the money, but
Oh, trust me, that's one of the incentives to being on the amateur side where we are, to evolve to the professional level. And it's just you work and you work and you work, okay? You can build business relationships.
Yep.
A lot of your corporate executives started out in their careers meeting somebody on a golf course that was tied to a corporation
Right.
that they talked about for 3.5 to 4 hours. You're with these people
Right.
all that time. You're laughing, having fun, you're playing golf, but you're talking about business, you're talking about the community, you're talking about
Exactly.
world affairs, all that stuff. And just from that 4 hours out there where you're actually supposed to be relaxing, you're building those relationships.
and that relationship can stand and
Last
grow
forever.
and get even better together. And I'm a believer in building relationships, because I think that's a connection as a business, as a person who wants to evolve, that works for you. And I see Par 4 gonna be seeing a lot of me, but I tell you, Lester, you're gonna be seeing a lot of me out there, because I want to learn how to, have my caddy say, I need some water.
That's great.
Then I'm gonna have my, what you call it, that golf cart.
Oh yeah.
That thing you're riding?
Oh yeah.
Mine gonna be yellow.
But see, a lot of times now at the amateur you have to walk now, so don't think you can go out there and just ride all the time.
Oh, as an amateur,
If you get good, you have to walk. Okay.
oh, I see.
You know that the pros have to walk.
Exactly.
They can't ride in the cart. But at our level, you'll be able to ride. And you can get your yellow golf cart. You get it.
You know what? You funny. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a great conversation here today about the Par 4 event that's coming up the end of the month. And how can people get involved? How can they get to be a part of this?
We have a website,
Okay.
par4.org.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you can access the website, find out information about Par 4. You can contact any member of Par 4 on that application form that you showed on the screen. We've got contact number for our president, Raymond Griff.
Uh-huh.
They can contact me. They can contact any Par 4 member.
Right.
To ask about membership and get involved, because we're constantly recruiting members.
Right.
One thing about Par 4, we've been around 50 years, which means that the folks that started in Part 4 in their 20s are well beyond 50. So we need young blood. We got a lot of young members that have joined recently. We need more of them because the only way that it can continue to grow,
we got to keep it going.
We got to continue to breathe.
Exactly.
And if we don't have any young folks, then the organization won't continue to breathe and it'll die out. So we don't want that to happen. So we're constantly in recruiting mode. We want people to call us. We need volunteers to help us with the tournament, doing all kind of stuff. They can run ice. They can help with the sodas. They can help with preparing prize bags and all that stuff. Behind the scenes is where the work is. The tournament is actually the coronation. So we need people to help us in the trenches. So we're soliciting volunteers. You don't have to be a member to volunteer to help Part 4.
Oh, wow.
We're asking for donation and contributions.
Exactly.
Stuff to go in the ditty bag. They can come from your insurance company, from your bank. I mean, you get
Check
the
it
pins,
out.
all that stuff. All that stuff is a way that the community can help us
Exactly.
to put on a successful tournament.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk more about that because when he says something, I got to find out about this when we come back. You be talking, I'll be getting those thoughts, and I done put the paper down where I've written the thoughts up, but I'm not even reading from this. We're going to be back with more, so I want you to be a part of this conversation. 850-432-7768. You can call if you want to volunteer. You can call if you want to find out how you can be a part of to make a donation right here on Sunshine's Corner.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sunshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month during Sunshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
At Pensacola Habitat for Humanity, we believe every child should have a safe place to grow. That's why we work with you and the community to build not just a house, but a home.
She worked very hard to get this house. I really appreciate that because, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now.
When you help build a home, you build a future. Pensacola Habitat for Humanity.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner, and we are having such a great conversation because I am so into wanting to learn how to golf. I want to be a golfer, and look at Lester. Every time that Lester looks at me, he laughs. But Adrian here, thank you for coming in, Adrian. Look over here at me
Yes,
so
ma'am.
we can talk.
Absolutely.
Look, now see, Adrian was educating me. He was teaching me, but I was hitting that ball so hard. He said, now, Sunshine, you did good, but you don't have to hit quite that hard, But look, we're talking about Part 4, the importance of getting this message out for 50 years.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's a long time.
It really is.
What does that say to you? To be a part of this organization that's doing so much.
It's an amazing thing that the 50 years have gone by that fast.
Right.
The involvement with Part 4 in the community. I'm a product of this organization, so to speak. My brother was engaged with it. I heard Lester mention the DeVille Golf Club. My dad was a member of the DeVille Golf Club. Dr. Spence, Dr. Spencer, Dr. Gussis, all of those names that are familiar on this particular road and street.
On the blocks right here.
Yeah, they met at Dr. Spencer's office across from Joe Mars Funeral Home when it was there. That was their meeting spot.
Really?
And so all of these very successful and just golf-loving African-American people, and it wasn't strictly that.
Right.
Gordy Glens, who was a PGA Tour official, a white gentleman in the Pensacola area, was also honorary member.
Wow.
This is how this thing started. And the idea was, hey, we're going to get kind of a fellowship weekend going, get other people in the community engaged with the game of golf, our kids, and do something about our community. Absolutely. And that's what's been going on for 50 years, and it's a fantastic thing to think about it.
You got that right. I mean,
the evolution of it.
I mean, and I don't know, let's just make me smile, because when you say well, I gotta say this, somebody texted us and said, hey, Unc. Okay. I don't know, they didn't leave their name, but they were talking to you, Unc. They were saying, hey, look.
That's probably a good thing, they didn't leave their name.
But the fact of it is, with the event that's coming up at the end of the month, we want the community to get behind this, to be a part of this, to come out and celebrate with us. Right. Because I think, especially with our young people, I want our young people to come out and learn the art.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think it's so great. Like I was telling you, that feeling that I get when I see that young person out there and they can swing that golf club like it's supposed to be done. I think that's just, it's another, like I said, it has evolved. Nothing wrong with football, nothing wrong with basketball.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But I think golf is just something, it says something else.
It does.
And how can we just, what would you say to our viewers now to get them encouraged, to get them about a 50-year, a golden anniversary?
Yeah, you know, it's a lifetime sport. My dad started my brother and I out just to kind of keep us out of trouble.
Right.
Lloyd and F Street, and it put both of us through college.
Right.
So if you want parents to have the opportunity to develop their young people, their kids, there's no other sport that you can spend 4 hours a day, undivided attention with your child, better than golf.
Exactly.
You know, and then you look at it from the standpoint of the goals and the foundation and the core values that you learn by playing the game. And as Lester mentioned earlier, the cool thing about it all, it opens up the opportunity for relationships. You know,
he was talking about that.
Relationships with people, career development, not to mention the golden rules and habits that you learn from the game. I'm telling you, it's huge.
Absolutely.
And that's why a lot of our professional athletes now are turning to it and playing for networking and because of those values.
Unbelievable. And I want to say this, look, I'll tell you, I keep thinking about Mr. Walter. I did not know Mr. Walter. As long as I've known Mr. Walter, I did not know Mr. Walter golf. Goofed.
Is that where we're called? It's okay, thank you.
I corrected you.
Okay.
I didn't, because he asked, listen, every year since I met him when I moved to Florida, I got to meet Mr. Walter Wallace.
Right.
And they were twice a year, it was two things that I never, ever could forget. Par 4 and sickle cell.
Absolutely. Yeah. There you go.
Those are top of mind with him, and he's going to come on now. I need to talk to you, Sonshine. I got this here. I want you to.
Very good.
Oh yeah.
You know, and he does not let you forget.
No, no,
he doesn't.
And I think that's a passion because he sees what it can do to help.
Yeah.
Not just looking at that as a sport, but how it can help with our youth. Right. And I heard you talk about the foundation. Tell me something about the foundation that we can allow our viewers to know that it's just not a game or a sport, but there's so much more behind it.
Well, yeah, you know, I've been involved in the game of golf in a lot of different levels around Pensacola and organizations. First Tee, even before First Tee was started, Par 4 Charities typically did clinics for kids in the summertime. These members, I was still in Orlando when they started it, but these members would take their time, volunteer their time, and go out to the Cove driving range, and they'd have 30, 40 kids teaching them how to hit the golf ball.
Really?
Yeah, and David Blacks, and of course you mentioned Calvin Washington,
really?
Lester, all of the guys would be out there and really diligently trying to get the kids to get engaged with the game of golf. So the foundation itself has always been there from a golf standpoint. As far as the donations to the community, the sickle cell is always, as you mentioned, one of the big things and close to near and dear to our heart. Calvin, I mean,
exactly.
Calvin had that. So, in its core value, it was an opportunity for the weekend players to get together and do this, and with the other clubs that are members. But the other core was to make an impact in the community through supporting organizations such as Sickle Cells and others, and wreaths on the veterans' grave every year at the base. Those are the kind of things that they've been, and we want.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, we want to get these things out, and we want to expand. You can get me talking, and I'll take up all your time.
Oh no, talk. Okay. I'm learning because
No, he won't.
He won't do the lesson.
I have to control it, but this organization that I'm a part of here, the Advocates Foundation, we started 15 years ago, and we're trying to partner with clubs like Par 4 Charities.
Okay.
And it's exploded over the last 16 years. I'm doing that now as the tournament director for that. I just got in from Scottsdale, Arizona last night at 10 o'clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good. One thing that we do need to also talk about when we talk about what we've done and what we contribute to, it's centered around golf, but the money that we receive through entry fees and donations and sponsorships, we pass it on. People will be surprised to know that Par 4 was a major advocate for Favor House.
Oh, wonderful!
We conducted a Learn to Read program where people could get their GEDs
Really?
later on in life. It's just a lot of stuff that we do that has nothing to do with golf. But it's about just uplifting the community and giving back to the community. That's why we want folks to realize we need your donations, we need your volunteership, we need your sponsorships, we need you to buy T-signs, all this kind of stuff, because we get it and we pass it on.
When you say buy a T-sign,
a T-sign is like, you've got 18 holes on a golf course, and it's one of the little things you stick in the ground just like the politicians, but it will advertise your business. Personally. You can put your name on it. This hole sponsored by Sonshine.
Right.
It costs you $100, but it's well worth it.
Exactly.
But those are fundraising initiatives associated with the golf tournament itself to help
put it back into the community.
Fund out charitable contributions. So there are all kind of ways that you can help.
Exactly. And that really answers the question that I had next. What was the role that the community can keep this legacy going?
Yeah.
And the role is to be a part.
That is correct.
The role is that to come out, be a part, to buy a hole.
Yeah.
Put your name out there.
Right.
You said this is the greatest place for networking.
Yeah.
Get you, might hit that hole. Oh, let's see what Sunshine's about. Boom. Just as I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I want to say that because of the fact that the community always, I hear so many times they say, oh, that's nothing for us to do. Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's true.
It's a lot for you to do. Think about the end of this month, what's coming up with this golden anniversary. And I mean, that speaks volumes itself.
It does.
I mean, Lester, come on.
You got a whole weekend.
The whole weekend. Tell me, okay, now, Friday night, what's going to be happening?
Friday night is like, it's a registration, but there's not a formal registration because the registration goes on all day long.
I got you.
Okay, so there's not an event Friday night. Normally we have a registration where we have a little finger food and stuff like that, but this year we're not doing that. But we're registering folks at the golf course from early in the morning until the evening. Folks can come out and find out about the golf tournament.
Exactly.
Friday.
Right.
During the day, you get off work, your lunch break, you can come by and come out. People out there, your practice rounds go on. Where people come in, they practice Friday to get ready for the official tournament Saturday and Sunday. And of course, Saturday night is your banquet.
Right.
That's going to be at Osceola Banquet Room.
Right.
And then Sunday, after the tournament, we'll just be chilling. We'll do our award ceremony, award the prizes. The public can come out to that. They can come out and watch. They can come out and watch rounds of golf. I mean, it's an all-inclusive weekend of golf and community engagement.
Absolutely. Now, I didn't know this, now, ladies and gentlemen, when you listen, you can learn. You can come out and just to be an observant, a person on the outside, that I'm sitting here watching how they can concentrate on how to get that ball going. I'm focused on get that ball going, okay? But the fact of it is, this is something that I think that we should really consider doing. Why? Because get the kids together. Get them interested in something else other than, because there are other avenues that they can go. I was listening to Adrian, he said that his dad had them when they were young.
Sure.
Getting them in there, and look at him today. And where did you just fly from?
Scottsdale, Arizona.
I mean, way out there.
Yeah.
I mean, but these are places, are things that I think that's important for our kids to know, that there are so many options that they can take, that we can get them from that idle mind to have them to do something that's productive.
Absolutely, and one of the things that the reason Calvin is so important to Par 4, he dealt with sickle cell all of his life, but Calvin had a passion for Par 4.
Okay.
Calvin had a passion for teaching young people how to act. Calvin was a maitre d' at the country club. Okay. Also, one of the things that Par 4 did, they had training sessions for table settings, how to tie a tie, teaching young men how to dress. That's an offshoot of stuff that
I'm just saying.
Today we need it because
we need it.
You know, our young kids will go to functions and not know how to dress.
Exactly.
Correct. Not know what fork to use.
Right. Exactly.
Calvin had classes on that, not only for Par 4, he did it for 100 black men.
That's excellent.
He was just engaged in just doing stuff to just enrich the lives of people and show them other sides of the world that we hadn't seen.
Exactly.
You never been to the country club.
Exactly.
Okay? So you don't know how to engage in that environment.
Right.
Calvin brought that environment out into the black community, minority community.
Which is beautiful.
And there's just so much stuff that has evolved from the involvement with Par 4. We could talk about it probably for 3 or 4 days, because every time you broach a subject, something else comes into my mind. Same with Adrian,
right, that you want to share.
So you just
exactly.
It's just a great organization to be a part of.
And I want to encourage people to be that part, to be a part of. We've got somebody who want to ask a question here today. Let's see who this is. Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing this morning?
We're doing well, Brother Eddie Snell.
I'm playing on brother.
Are you
my brother?
Eddie golfs? Eddie, do you golf?
I can't play no golf.
Oh. I just wonder, because I've never seen him on a golf course. I mean,
and you never will.
Never say never.
That's why I say it again. I said never ever say never.
Yeah.
You just might be out there at this tournament, this celebration that's coming up at the end of the month. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Linda. I might come out there and watch you. I ain't never really watched you.
You should.
I'll be honest with you. It's something.
You see, let me say this, not cutting the conversation off, but what I'm saying is this. You see, just like he said, that, okay, he knows you.
Yeah.
But he'd never even watched the game. Mm-hmm. He's never been there to get himself into what golfing is all about. Right. So I will say to him, Eddie Snell, then that should be something that you should put on your calendar for the end of the month, that you come out and enjoy this and you'll learn something that you may want to be. You're never too old to learn.
Never. That is true. That is very true.
You understand what I'm saying, brother?
I understand what you're saying, but tell my back there.
Hey, we all got aches and pains, okay? Like I say, we trust me. Playing golf can be a strain on your physical health, but
I get with lifestyle. I take more time. Anything I can help some time in the community to help be successful, I don't mind doing it. Just let me know, left. Anything I can help, Linda. You know, I got your back, Linda. Support too.
Okay, I got you. I appreciate
that.
We
appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, love. And I tell you, everybody, we're going to take a break and come back and talk more about the 50th golden anniversary that's going to be celebrated here at the end of the month. And you'll hear all of the details right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Come see us at Royal Appliance Outlet. We have refrigerators, washers and dryers, stoves, beautiful furniture from all of your name brands that you know and trust. Samsung, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, and GE, all at discount prices. Come visit us today at 1612 Face Boulevard. You're gonna love our easy credit to help you bring all of your favorite furniture home. Come visit Royal Appliance Outlet.
It's baseball season. From heart-stopping plays to legendary victories, this is baseball at its finest. Grab your seat, bring your energy, and witness greatness live. Don't just watch it, feel it. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos are back, and you can watch Pensacola Blue Wahoos home games live on Fridays and Saturdays, only on Blab TV. Love the Blue Wahoos but can't watch? Get your tickets now.
The Emerald Coast Utilities Authority's state-of-the-art materials recycling facility processes recyclables for communities throughout the region, lowering need for more landfills. This highly efficient recycling service accepts glass, paper, cardboard, plastics, aluminum, and more. But we need your help. Please make sure your recyclables are clean of garbage, food, and liquids. Also, please remember that plastic shopping bags, foam products, or yard waste are not recyclable. To learn more, go to livegreenecua.com.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. We are having such a fantastic conversation. I don't know about you, but I am certainly being filled with so much knowledge on things that I thought I knew, but now that I know I was going in the wrong direction. Because of the fact that I am intrigued by golf, don't know the game yet, but I want people to have that unction on the inside that I feel. And what I'm finding out for so much that you do that I didn't even realize, that I think that if the community would find out and get behind the organization, I'm a strong believer if we put all of our resources together, there's nothing we can't do. Absolutely. Because we got a tight bond there. Right. And I believe that about golf. And when it comes to the young people, you hear me talk about that's my passion, because I want them to learn more than just one avenue, because believe it or not, they are our tomorrow. Yeah. We want them to understand what Par 4 does. We want them to understand about the PGA Tour and all that good stuff, right? Sure. The points in knowing this and not just hearing about it, but to be about it. Correct. And I want to get more children involved. And yes, okay, we got another phone call. Well, he keeps talking to me. I just, well, look, I can tell now they're really interested in what we're talking about with Par 4. Good morning.
Yes, Sonshine.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Walter.
Oh, boy. Well, I just want to make a comment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I got now, I'll wait till you come back to the phone.
No, you can do it right now. You're on the air now. You're on the air live.
Okay, well, basically right now what I'm looking at Sunshine's house. Anyway, I just want to remind people too about the game of golf is that you can come anytime and
I tell you what, hold on, hey, Mr. Walter, I know what's happening. If you would turn, no. If you would turn your TV,
you can come this weekend. Okay,
Okay, hold on, Mr. Walter, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
If you would do one thing for me, if you would turn your TV down, then you will hear me and not the delay. Just turn your TV down and then talk to me.
Yeah, you can come. Yeah, you can.
There we go. Now go ahead and talk to me. What you want us to know?
I just want to remind them one thing about the golf. You can come anytime, stay out, watch golf, come back again. It's not like baseball and basketball where you got to sit there. But you can come out to the golf course Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and anytime you see somebody playing golf. And then I want to remind our youth, I always tell our youth, Michael Jordan, Steve Curry, Emmitt Smith, all of them played golf during their career.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yes, all of them played golf during their career, and they still play.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, thank you. You know, Mr. Walter, I've been talking about you all morning. I appreciate you so much. Ever since I met you when I moved to Florida, Mr. Walter has always been there with that information for me, and I thank you for that.
Now, my old friend Adrian, don't let him start talking about me, because he got some great things to say.
All right, Adrian. Thank you, Mr. Walter.
All right.
Bye-bye. I tell you, all right, Adrian, it's on you.
Well, first of all,
he said that you got some great things to say about him, so I'm listening.
Well, first of all, you know, there's an expression like a bulldog chasing a meat truck. That's Walter. But his passion for sickle cell, for Par 4, for doing stuff in the community for our people, for our young people, you can't measure it.
You got that right.
And it's not waving. It's been that way for 50 years.
And ever since I met him.
Yeah.
He has been on it.
Yeah.
No matter what, he will not let you forget either.
No, not at all.
You know, when we talk about the scholarships and the programs that you do, what kind of students or children right here in our community can benefit from that? Any and everybody who want to be a part, right? What I'm trying to say, how can we get them involved?
Well, I mean, there's a number of different avenues. The club doesn't do the clinics like they used to. We now have the First T chapter here. We sponsor any kid that doesn't have the funds or means to be a part of our First T chapter.
Okay.
Par 4 supports that and does interaction. Marty Stanovich is the executive director there. He's on the Par 4 Charities board. I do some outreach there. The new upgraded Goofy Golf facility on Navy Boulevard oh yeah, you have to go see this.
What is it called?
It used to be Goofy Golf.
It used to be Goofy Golf, and now it's the First Tee facility. It's a 36-hole putt-putt place originally, but they now have bricks and mortar. That is the classroom and the offices for First Tee. The baseball hitting cages are now golf hitting cages. Bubba Watson, Jerry Pay, Joe Durant put in $100,000 worth of upgrades, and there's an artificial putting green, sand trap, and then in the back of the facility is a water driving range. It is available. Our kids can just call the First Tee, say, hey, I want to do this. Par 4 Charities will be my sponsor if they don't have the means to do it. And that's how we want to get them. That's one of the avenues that we want to do, this organization, is to be able to get the hook set.
Exactly.
And it's very, the parts are coming together.
Absolutely. So, parent, school is out. You hear this?
Yep.
Get them started. Get them introduced to this art.
Correct.
I mean, because it's there. And I mean, look at this man right here. What you call him, Hat Daddy? The Hat Man?
Hat Man.
Why did I say Hat Daddy?
You know, he called me that too.
Same difference. Same difference.
Don't get me to laughing because I can't stop, okay? But the fact of it is, we're talking about what's coming up on the end of the month. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We want people to reach out to help, to be a part. Sponsor a hold.
Yeah.
You know, we always find ways not to do things. I want us to find ways to do things. We're at such a time as it is, this is what we need to do as a community to better ourselves, to better our children. Because if we're not working together, what do you think that image showing our children?
Correct.
Am I correct?
Absolutely.
So
correct.
therefore, what we've got to do as the one that want to give them the reins so they can continue with this, bring them out to the tournament. Go ahead, get somebody registered to be a part. I'll say this and don't take this harshly. Instead of buying them $200 tennis shoes, put some in there, put that going to be toward their education.
There you go.
You hear me? I don't believe in buying those $250 tennis shoes.
Yep.
I think you should put that in some kind of fund to get that child educated for tomorrow. Knowledge is power. Look at I'll say it like this, bring them out to the tournament. Look at the people that's going to be there that you can have them rubbing elbows with that possibly can help that you get another anchor for your child or for yourself.
Absolutely.
And why?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying, there's
true.
so many areas out there. People, when I watch the game on TV, when you see so many people on the sidelines, that's what we want for this tournament that's coming up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That would be outstanding.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see it when you got that game on Sunday afternoon. You can't see anything for people all over that golf course. So why can't we do the same thing here? Will you answer that for me? Why can't we? We should, when there is an organization, Par 4, that's doing things here for us to help our kids. And I think that would be amazing itself, learn something new. Now, how can a person be a part of the banquet? They got to buy a ticket for that, right?
No, the banquet itself is really for the golfers. It's there. It's not a public event.
Okay.
The banquet itself is for the golfers.
Okay, for those that coming into golf, okay?
That's their little social.
Okay.
You know, after they finish that first round of golf, okay, that's their social where they come in, they find out what their tee time's going to be for the next day, how it's going to be set up.
What their what?
They're tee times when they actually start.
When they start, okay.
Tee times are your
We're
starting
breaking this
times,
down, people.
okay?
We're getting this, okay.
Get the lingo straight, we'll be good. But yeah, and they do that for a couple of hours, a little food there, and then they get fraternized, and then because they got to get back up early the next morning and play golf. So that's what that banquet is.
So you don't say it doesn't start at 11 o'clock?
Oh, no. At 11 o'clock, you'll be at my spot. No.
So how early does the tournament start, Lester?
The tee times are 8:30. 8:30 shotgun start.
Really?
Yeah, they got to be there at 8:30. Everybody at 8:30. Yeah. They go off on different holes, so everybody can get off and try to finish around the same time.
Okay.
So they can get back to the hotel, get dressed, come to the banquet, of course, and then on Sunday get back, get the award ceremony done. A lot of them out of town, they get on the road early before it gets too late. That's why it's set up like that, so they can get out, get back in.
So you can make sure all the time is okay. When you say, I heard you talk about the out of town people, are there quite a few people that's going to be in town? The registration that has already that's in process now?
Correct.
That they are being a part of this. I heard you also say something about the Cappers, that they have a golf tournament every so often every year?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
These are things I was not aware of.
Yeah.
And I know so many of the Cappers.
They have an annual tournament, and that'd be a good hook for them to get connected to you to get the word out.
Exactly.
Because we, as Part 4, we support the Cappers tournament. A lot of our players play in it. We reciprocate with each other.
Okay.
Right.
Which it should
small
be.
organizations, we do that. The American Legion Post Auxiliary, they have one. It's Connie Hendricks. She sponsors the tournament for the Ladies Auxiliary.
Which post?
The American Legion Post 193 on 12th Avenue.
On 12th Avenue?
Okay.
Really?
The Auxiliary has, one of their fundraisers is an annual golf tournament that Connie Hendricks puts on. And we help support that. They help support us.
Unbelievable. Wow, Vince, can you golf? Can Vince golf?
He can't, but he's welcome.
You know what? You make me laugh. You are funny. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a great conversation here today about this event that's coming up that I took this out of his hand. Okay, it's on the screen, okay? But it's the 50th anniversary that's coming up. A tournament right here in Pensacola. We're going to talk more about that when we return, right here on Sunshine's Corner.
I'm Emily Echeverria, Marketing Communications Director for Council on Aging of West Florida and the host of Coming of Age. Watch our show to find out what we're doing for our seniors and their families and hear from area experts and local business owners about their programs and services. Want to help? Find out how you can work with us to bring a better future to our seniors. Watch Coming of Age, 3:30 p.m. Wednesdays, only on Blab TV.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Empire Truck Sales, located at 2255 West Detroit Boulevard in Pensacola, is your Freightliner, Western Star, Detroit Diesel, and Cummins dealer for Northwest Florida. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., providing sales, service, and parts. Empire Truck Sales is also your Oasis dealer for Freightliner custom chassis RV and motorhome repairs. Running I-10 will get you in.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back to this fantastic conversation that I have really learned a lot today. I tell you, Lester and Adrian, they are so fun to talk with, and you guys play off each other. I think that is so funny. But that makes the conversation easy. But for the person that texted us a moment ago, thank you for what you said. Like the song Bobby Womack, he got his song. But also the person that said that thanks for the show giving out this information that we need. I appreciate that, because I always tell you, if we do all things together and just uplift each other, I guarantee you we'll make a difference. With this, well, we want to get our kids involved in more than one way. This is an opportunity to teach them another avenue. Don't put them in a small box, Give them other avenues to grow, because there's so many avenues that they can go. And golf, I think, is one that I don't think we talk about it enough.
No, we don't.
I really don't think we talk about it enough. Don't get me wrong. Just like Walter said, Michael Jordan played golf, and all these other people he named off, they are still golfers. But yet, sure, they may have made their career in another sport, but they're the bottom line. They still go out and golf every day. I was looking at a thing on social media. Smokey Robinson, I think he's 84, was out there golfing like crazy.
Sure. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Baby, let's cruise.
Away
from here.
All right.
But you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So let's make sure that we let everybody know just how important this piece of paper that Lester ain't used yet in his hand is coming up. You used it.
I memorized it.
Oh, you the man, see?
Yeah, see?
You know you the man.
See that? I tell you, don't play.
But with this, that's coming up. And now this is all in these people that's on here. These are the players?
Those are
our members.
These are the members.
Most of our members.
So
Those are most of our members, not all of them. Those are our Part 4 members.
Okay. I see one lady.
One lady.
One. Why is that?
Miss Renee Brown. We had several others. Here again, it's just hard to get women to participate. And she is Calvin Washington's daughter.
Okay, I got you.
All right, and she has been around it, all of her life, and she dedicated herself to being a part of Part 4, just to honor him, and she is an asset to the organization.
Absolutely. Yeah. Is there a ladies golfing?
Funny you asked that. We actually had a couple of ladies tournaments that we attended on our circuit. We call it the Chitlin Circuit.
Right.
Okay. They had a ladies organization in Jackson, Mississippi, and they had one in the lady drivers were from.
I thought they were.
But that other group.
Yeah. Was that Ann's group? Was that Ann's?
Mobile. Mobile is one, but the lady drivers were from Jackson.
That's correct. Okay.
Yeah, those two. And we had they have a ladies association out of Osceola that a bunch of black females were a part of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got ladies that are involved, just not to the numbers that you would think.
I got you.
But,
so ladies, come on, let's get to the numbers that we deserve.
Ladies can join Part 4.
Oh, really?
It's not a male organization.
No.
Oh, no, I definitely didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ladies are welcome. One thing I can give you kudos for: ladies are worker bees. Okay.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of lazy bees on that picture. Okay. But we need some more. We need some more worker bees. Okay. All right.
Wait a minute, women are worker bees and these are lazy bees?
We got some lazy bees. Not all of them now. Okay.
You know, so funny to me.
So we welcome more female participation.
I got you. Well, I hear David Hawkins say
David Hawkins is another goofer. Okay.
He's a goofer.
He's a goofer. He plays golf, but he's a goofer.
You see?
And he's a good friend of mine, but he's a goofer.
Adrian, I can't talk to him. I can't talk.
I know, right?
Because all I do is laugh when he talks. But let's get everybody an invitation to be a part of it, because we're down to our last 3 minutes.
Just to reach out to us to become a part of this organization. If you play golf, if you want to start playing golf, even if you want to just support us, reach out to our organization because of all the things, intrinsic things that we do besides the golf tournament.
Exactly.
And, a big part of contributing to something is you can have what we call an in-kind contribution.
Exactly.
Okay, like what Lester's talking about, being able to help getting volunteers to be able to run the show and get things going.
Right.
Is huge. Ladies, we can start these 9 and wine kind of things to where we can kind of get you all the beginners started and get them going after the tournament is over. If we want to do that, we can do that.
Let's do it.
And again, from a kid standpoint, reach out to our organization, or again, as I mentioned to you before, thefirsttee.org, the First Tee of the Gulf Coast, they are partners with Par 4 Charities.
Right.
We would love to have them get their kids, nieces and nephews. We had a young man that came to one of the clinics that I was doing that his grandfather was instrumental in starting me playing golf.
Really?
He worked at Osceola Golf Course, David Williams. And I had no idea his nickname was Poo Poo. Okay, this is back in the day.
Okay.
But that was, and he was just consumed by golf.
Absolutely.
He's only like 7 years old.
Oh, wow.
So please support.
It's just we need the support.
Correct.
We need the support. So ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the conversation for the last hour. Please do not say, oh, I'm a gunner. Never got no further than your lips. Go ahead and do it. Make sure, bring the kids, get them involved. Put it on your calendar today for the weekend that's coming up, the last weekend of the month, as a matter of fact. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday out at Osceola.
Correct.
And please, let's do that. If you would like to be a part to support, get in touch with them by going to the website. Make those donations. But the point of it is, don't talk about it, be about it. You feel me? Listen, that's the way we make change. It's time for me to get out of here. It's been a great day. I have enjoyed myself. If nobody made me laugh, Lester did. It has been a wonderful day learning more about the great art of golf. You can be a part as well. I'll leave you as I do every single day. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember, if you keep God first, I'll guarantee you this, you're going to be a total success. Until Monday morning, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining, my friends, while I'm gone. Have a great weekend.
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.